What's up, guys? I'm gonna try and do this as quick as I can. Somebody asked me to do like a full room walk around tour to show some stuff. So I'm gonna try and just breeze through this. If you've seen any of my videos, I've been posting for a couple years, and this room has changed a lot. I decided to get rid of most of my stuff where these movies are. Used to be shelves lined with statues. All around this little area actually was all statues. This wall used to have statues on it. That wall had statues. This wall still does. And I even had shelving in the middle of the room for more statues. But I got rid of lots and lots of stuff. Kind of stuck with my 80s. You know, I like creatures and aliens, gremlins, ghouls, little monsters. So I kind of stuck with that theme. So yeah, we'll get started here. This is the monsters from Tweeterhead, the whole collection in color. Chestburster, Harley Quinn's jewelry, Dren from Splice, and Hamaluchi from Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Tremors, Graboid, limited to 100. Harley Quinn art print. So here, let me go up here and turn around. This is a couple of my favorite movies up there. I used to have 5 posters on this wall and 5 posters on this wall, but things changed like they normally do for collectors. So this is where we watch our movies at. That's me and my wife's chairs there. And where my Devil's Rejects poster is up there, we have a 80-inch screen that comes down. So we really don't use it often. I don't use it as much as I would like to, because we don't really have time to sit down and plan a movie. It's kind of just spur of the moment. Hey, you want to watch this? So we just pop it in upstairs, but we do use it sometimes. All right, so here's a couple posters here, and they have anti-glare glass in them because when you're watching the movie, this does not. You can see it's picking up all the lights and reflection because that's kind of too big to get the anti-glare glass. But with watching the movie, it would shoot from the screen to all of the posters, and it's kind of cool look, but it's kind of weird watching a movie down here with the regular glass. So that is a puzzle box from Hellraiser signed by Doug Bradley. Universal Studios, Allspark, Replica, a couple baby Groots down there. Joker and Harley from Suicide Squad. I absolutely love this movie, and these two characters, they are the only two human characters, if that's the term that we're going to use here, that I decided to keep. Obviously, I'm a fan of the movie and Harley and Joker. I love Leto's Joker. I know he got a lot of bashing, but I absolutely loved it. So we got some books here. Most are movie related. Horror movie related, a lot of them. Here's some of my movie sets. They go around, and I'm actually out of space. I've been piling them up on the floor here. These are 4 masks from Devil's Rejects. This is the shootout scene in the very beginning. That one signed by Bill Moseley. That's the one that Sherry Moon Zombie wore. I have not met her, so that is the only one that's not signed. This is signed by Tyler Mane, who played Rufus. And this is signed by Leslie, who played Mother Firefly. So, like I said previously, these were statues. Hopefully I'm not boring most of you guys, because I know this is going to go on a statue site and you don't give a shit about a movie collection, but I just want to get the whole landscape of the room. So I used to have these, I have 4 shelves here. I used to have these spread out throughout the house, so I decided to put them down here. So you have Joker's cane here, and Harley's bat. This is Machete from Friday the 13th. This is Jason's mask from the 09 remake. That's signed by Derek Mears. It's right on the light, that's why you can see it, but this also has the museum glass in it. If it did not, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So we went over that. This is Dobby from Harry Potter. This is a promotional piece. It was most likely in like a Blockbuster or maybe like a Best Buy or somebody promoting the video. I got it on eBay like a long time ago. A lot of people asked me about that. This is Creature from Harry Potter also. They're both house elves. This was made by Ronculus Maximus. He is one of my favorite independent artists. I have lots of pieces here from him. I begged him to do a new Dobby because I missed his first one. But he is just not into the hobby that much as he was anymore. You know, getting older and just family, and you know, you don't have time to do it as much as you would like sometimes. This is an alien from Independence Day. Big fan of aliens. Lord of Darkness, 3rd scale. This was my favorite piece until I got Mohawk over there the other day. These are 3 art prints Sideshow put out. I had them custom framed in what they call like a bloody frame. I thought it went well with the pictures. I wish they would release a Michael Myers one, but I don't think they really have licensing. So Mickey doesn't really fit here, but I don't have anywhere else to put him right now. In the future, we're hoping to get a Disney room because me and my wife are both Disney World fanatics. We try and go every year. So we're kind of building collectibles, and hopefully we can get a room in our next house. This is Gizmo from Elite Creature Collectibles, and these are the other 4 main Mogwai in Gremlins 2, the new batch. These are all made by Ronculus Maximus also, besides the Gizmo. And down here, these are 6. They were concept Mogwai that almost made it into the film, but did not. And Ron ended up making a small run of those. So being a fan of the movie and the artist and the overall concept of the creature itself, I decided to get them. And I think he only did like 10 of each, so there's not very, and he might not even have sold them all, so there's not many of them out there. This is Natiri from Avatar, legendary scale released by Sideshow. Very cool piece. This is the Tooth Fairy from Hellboy. This is a model I found on one of the forums I was part of. It's a very cool creature. Pickett from Fantastic Beast. This is from an artist. Some of you might be familiar with him. His name is Brian Dunn. I see lots of his work, and I always wanted to get something, but nothing just popped out. His shit's kind of weird and funky, which is my style, what I like. But what he does is he'll take kids that he's met that have disabilities or something where they need help, and he'll design a creature after that child and put his own twist on it. And when he sells them, he donates some of the money to the cause or the child to help with bills and things. So it really is a good cause, and his work is phenomenal. This is like a wax. I don't know exactly what he does, but when you see him at shows, he's like carving out of a block. So I think it's like a wax type, and then it's painted when he's done. But these 3 pieces are from an artist I seen at a convention a couple weeks ago. Her name is Megan Nelson, and they're all one of a kind. And again, they're just odd and weird, which is my thing. So I actually bought a couple pieces off her. I have 2 more pieces I asked her to do for me. So yeah, check her out. This is the hoverboard. Came out a couple years ago. These are knockoff shoes that I found on a Halloween website. And that's the Pepsi bottle that Amazon released a couple years ago. This is from Freddy vs. Jason. The mask is signed by Ken, who played Jason in Versus. And I don't know if you can see it there, but I removed this and took it to a show to have Robert Englund sign it. And the only place I could get it signed was inside the palm. That's a pretty cool piece. That also has that museum glass in it. This is a Chalky Doll, released by Trick or Treat Studios. And I waited a very, very, very long time to get a Chalky Doll. That's why I bought 2 of them. I didn't know if this was going to be a limited run or if they were just going to mass produce them. But I thought it was a good price compared to what other Chuckies have sold for, especially the Seed of Chucky from Sideshow, which I'm not a major fan of. I'm a fan of the original. But these were the, I forget what it was called exactly, but these were part of the promotional run when they were trying to build money. So they came with a bunch of extras. So yeah, that's why I bought 2 of them. This is my newest piece. This is Mohawk from Elite Creature Collectibles. I did a review on this. I don't know if you guys seen it. I actually just did it last night or 2 nights ago. And I did find some little scuffs and nicks. I'm going to email them, see what they say. But I've had to send a half a dozen pieces back to them. And it's a fucking nightmare because of the size. And I just don't feel like going through all that shit, so hopefully they'll do something for me. This is Annabelle, hand-carved wooden replica from the Scary Closet. I've had this for quite a few years. I also ordered the one from Trick or Treat Studios. It's one of the few pieces that I have on order because I slowed down a lot. But a lot of people talk shit about this piece. I absolutely love it. It's, in my opinion, it's replicated from one scene that looks identical, but people don't understand that there are several different, there's probably 12 different versions of this doll in the movie, and they all don't look identical. So some people bash it, saying it doesn't look like her. But I absolutely love this piece. I will probably never get rid of this, even if I stop collecting. But yeah, it's all hand carved, hand painted, costumes handmade by a professional tailor. Everything's legit. And I think the Trick or Treat one will be more of a doll. I don't know how the armature is going to be, whether it's going to be wood or what, but we'll see. This is my life-size Michael Myers from Rob Zombie's Halloween. I've had this for about 10 years. Had everything replicated from the movie. Boots that he wore to coveralls. I bought all this shit brand new and paid somebody to destroy it and kind of replicate what it looked like in the movie. And it's a really cool piece. This is a Ouija board I had made to replicate the one that was in Paranormal Activity. This is another movie that gets a lot of heat, but it scared the shit out of me because I believe in that shit. And I absolutely loved it. So I wanted something from the movie, and that's what I decided to go with. And this is a hatchet from Adam Green's series. Adam's the fucking awesome dude, man, so I'm a big fan of his, and when he put this out, I think they did like 50 of them. It's signed by Adam and Kane Hodder, who played Victor Crowley. So, yeah, I just had to get something. He's got a couple autographs over here. I have like 200 something autographs and books. I got a couple of my favorites framed. Again, Michael Myers is one of my favorite horror characters of all times, kind of the movies that got me into the genre. Also love Friday the 13th, but Derek Mears is one of the fucking coolest people I've ever met, so I had to put him up somewhere. And Devil's Rejects is one of my favorite movies. So yeah, I had to show them some love. These are my wrestling belts. I'm also a wrestling fan, obviously. And these, some of my belts, I got about 12 in storage. I'll probably be getting rid of some of them in the beginning of the year. But I collect side plates. For those of you who don't know, these go on the sides of the belt. So when there's a new champion, they'll get new side plates. So I collect side plates. This is actually the second design on this wall I came up with. I used to have them on individual plaques. Actually slacking, I got about 12 more sets I got to put up right now. But, okay, so we got to do this bottom row and then we'll get out of here. These two are also from Ronculus Maximus. This is a Ghoulie from Ghoulies 2. And this is a Minion from The Gate. I think it came out in 86, 87. That was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. And I'm very proud to own this piece. I absolutely fucking love it. And there are, again, only 10 that were made. Ron only does runs of 10. This is the original Wally from Thinkway Toys. There is a new one now that doesn't go for much, but this one was like $700 they were going for when they first came out. Wally's one of my favorite animated movies, and I absolutely love this piece. So this is the gray from ECC and Cinemaket. I've been trying to get the other alien that they have from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So if I get it, I'll put him right next to him. We've seen these guys. These are two more iconic horror characters from Trilogy of Terror, I believe is late 70s, and Puppet Master from the 80s. This is a critter, a Krite from Critters 3, also from Ronculus Maximus. This is a piece that started our relationship. I seen this piece online, and I missed Ron's, you know, all of his work when he was huge in the hobby. I wasn't collecting yet, so I seen a lot of his shit later on, and I seen this Crite. I'm a huge fan of the Critters series, and I fucking tracked around down through lots and lots of research, and I begged and begged and begged him, and eventually he made this piece for me, and we started a friendship. You know, we still talk through emails often, and yeah, I got him to make it for me. The eyes do light up. There's a switch on the top of the head. He looks pretty fucking badass down here at nighttime. And he is just fucking killer, man. I love that piece too. This is a smaller Crite from the original Critters. Also made by Ronculus. And this is a Niffler from Fantastic Beasts. He's in Newt's suitcase, usually. And I think we covered everything here. Do one more little spin around here. Alright, I think that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. As always, you guys got any questions or anything, I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks, man.